Let me go live here. We is live. Is it all connected? Hi. Hi, TikTok. Let me bring it up a little. I don't want it so down. Yeah, that is better. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, Instagram. Hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. Hello, girl, hold my hand, Facebook. How is everybody doing today? Happy Transformation Tuesday. Hello, baby Gambia. Hello, baby Gambia. I don't know which card to do today. Hello, King. King Maroon. Maroon. Hello, King. Hi, everybody.
You're the hip-hop queen.
The hip-hop queens. Hello, Fatmata. No, I don't think I'm going to do the hip-hop queens, baby girl. I love the hearts. I love the hearts. Hello. I love the hearts. Thank you for all the hearts. Which card should we do today? Should we do Isis Goddess? Should we do Isis Goddess? We can do Isis Goddess. Or, let me see which other one. There's the African Goddess Rising. I'll let you people choose because today I don't know which one to do. The first person to choose will get it. There's also the regular tarot. The regular tarot. Which one would you want? Nene, go do your stuff. Go. Hello, Ibu Jallo, Jallo Jerry. Baby Gambia. I always look beautiful. Thank you. I was born and raised in the Gambia, that's why. Hello, Major Moves. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. Nice to see you. So, choose which deck should we do today. I could not choose, so I'm leaving it to you. We can do the regular tarot. We can do African Goddess Rising, or we can do the Isis Goddess. Which do you like? Who's the first person who wants to choose the deck? Just write it in the chat. Tell me. Hey, Fatimata. The Isis Goddess. All right, let's go. So say Isis Goddess. Okay, so we're doing the Isis Goddess. Let me light. Isis Goddess. All right. Okay, we have 2 votes for Isis Goddess. I feel that too. I feel Isis Goddess. I was just looking at the mirror trying to pick out the food that I was eating, right? And I was thinking, I love looking this way. One, because there's an African element to it. There's a Gambian, 2 votes, right? There's a Gambian element to this look. There's also, yes ma'am, burn your sage too. Let's clear the air. There's also a very Rastafarian, Jamaican feel to this look, and I love it. I was watching, or just I came across, I think the real queen of Omega, she just went viral, the real queen of Omega. I came upon her Instagram and I was thinking, yes, I definitely love her look, right? I love that Rastafarian, Jamaican mixture, African look, right? Hi, Jude. Jude Watson. Hello, sir. Hello, King. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so we're doing the Isis Goddess. How do you all feel today? I feel great. I feel very, very good today. Because if you remember, for the regulars, there's something that I've been telling you to do. I don't know if you've been doing it, but I have been doing it and I've been seeing results. That one of my mentors told me to believe in miracles. My mentor in the real world, all right, the content creation campus. They constantly tell us you need to believe in miracles. Woke up with a migraine today. I was going to do no screen today, but I'm glad to be here. Pleasure to have you here. And yeah, drink some water. If anything is stressing you, calm it down. Right? Calm your heart, your emotions specifically. Find a way of completely, totally clearing your mind. Like completely. To the point where it's boring. You're not thinking about anything at all. Good or bad. Try that and see. Like I was saying, right? One of my mentors in the real world consistently tells us, believe in miracles. You have to believe in miracles. If you're working online, if you are doing content creation, but he also says no matter what it is, you need to believe in miracles. Believe in miracles. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't say it now, right? Because it is still in the works, but that is something that I have been saying to myself. I believe in miracles. Anything can happen. You want to get noticed in music. You just want a positive energy. Exactly what I'm telling you, right? I've been doing that. Telling myself every day, morning, noon, and night, I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. Anything can happen any day. My life can change at any minute. My dreams can come true at any point. I believe in miracles, right? Another one of my coach will tell us, put yourself where you see yourself, right? Believe it. Believe that at any second, whatever you are manifesting, whatever it is that, this is coming to me now because I'm experiencing it in my life right this moment as I'm talking to you. Right? One thing, something that I really wanted, that I was looking forward to, but I didn't have the funds for it because it's close to 13 grand, like $13,000. Greetings, Umu Gainjora. Greetings, Umu Gainjora. Welcome, welcome. Right? So it's what I wanted. There are cheaper ones, but the one that I particularly wanted was 13 grand plus, so 13,000 plus. But I just kept telling myself, this is what I want. This particular one is the one that I want. Whether I have the 13,000 or not, this is the one that I want. And now I have the opportunity to get it, and I don't have to pay. Oh no, you're not late. We're just starting now. I was talking about believing in miracles, right? Making your dreams come true. And King, you mentioned that you want to be noticed in music, but you need to be more specific, right? Go deeper into that thought. Who do you want to notice? You. Where are they? Where are the places you want to travel? What type of genre? What type of music? Thank you, Fatmata. Right? So for everybody watching, whatever your dream is, whatever you're looking forward to, first of all, put yourself where you see yourself. Break it all down into pieces, into tiny bits. What is it that you want in your life? Where do you want to be? Let's say in the next 6 months, in the next 5 months, in the next year. How do you want to look? How do you want to sound? How do you want to walk? What types of people do you want to be surrounded by? You have to see it, believe it, smell it, taste it. And it happens, right? It happens. It happens. Even when you're making your music, King, when you're making your music, you're either in the studio, you're at home, you're writing, you are rehearsing. See it in your mind's eye that you are playing for the people that you want to notice you. You are not just rehearsing, you are actually playing for them. You want to be surrounded by big people. There are so many big people in the world. Which big people? Which big people? What are their names? Where do they live? Right? So you particularly have to be the man and the person that these people would want to be around. So that is what you manifest. It's not just your music, but you also have to be the person that the moment they see you, hear you, there's no way that they can say no to you. I know what I'm telling you because I had to be that person, right? The thing that I wanted, which is like 13 grand plus, I had to be the person that the moment they see my work, they're like, oh my God, yes, we want to work with you. And you can get this without having to pay. Because $13,000 is not chicken change, right? Hello, Maisha. Hello, beautiful. So whatever it is that you want, it has to be, you have to be obsessed with it, but in a very healthy way. Not an obsession that gives you stress, or an obsession that is painful, or an obsession that hurts you, because that means that the manifestation itself, it's not good. But it has to be something that when you think about it, when you feel it, you have this just absolute excitement that never stops, that you don't want the joy to end. Is this making sense? You don't want the joy to stop. Like you feel it in your soul. When you go to bed, you can see yourself there. One of our marketing professors, Fatmata, the audio that I sent in the Telegram, the creative guidance, he would always tell us, dream about your work. Dream about your work. And they would teach us how to dream about our work. It's not just going to bed dreaming about the work, but actually going through the motions of doing what you are doing and how you want it to manifest. For example, for you, King, right? You, the music is creative, is creation. You're creating something out of nothing. So when you are going to bed, it has to fill your mind, that creative process, from picking up a pen to writing. Or maybe you're like Lil Wayne and you don't write the lyrics, you just go to the studio and it just comes out. But going through that motion of it, seeing yourself doing it. Let's get the cards. It's exciting. I am excited. I'm so happy. I am in transition. You're very welcome. It's something that I'm living right now, so it's easy to talk about, right? And like I always tell you, everything that I share inside of the Telegram group, I am listening to, or I am studying, or I have watched before. So either the time that I'm forwarding it inside of the Telegram group, I'm listening to it at the same time and I share it. or I've listened to it a while ago and then I'm sharing it. Debo, hi Debo. We're doing a collective read. If you want a personal read, you can book a session. You can click the link in my bio and book a session for a one-on-one. This particular one is collective. It's for all of us. All right. The Lunar Queen. Let's try to get to you pouring a lot, and everyone, you will receive even more. Thank you. Thank you. Funnily, I have always been this person, right? I've always been that person, and I didn't know. Like I always say, there are a lot of things that I do that I didn't know it had any meaning. I was the person that if I have your phone number, anything I'm listening to or anything that I found on YouTube, I'll send it to people. This is why environment is so important. I was sending things out years ago, but I was sending it to the wrong people. People who didn't appreciate the wisdom and the knowledge that I'm sharing with them. So it's a full circle now, right? That I actually have a group of people who enjoy and appreciate the wisdom that I'm sharing with them. And by the way, the group is free for everybody. You can find the link in my bio too. And I learned that from one of my mentors. He also created a group, and the group is free. Maybe only one card is coming down. Should I pick a card? Should I pick one card? One more card? We already have one. Should I pick one more? You're very welcome, Aisha. You are welcome. I'm learning to be consistent. I'm learning. Should I pick one? Or just keep it at one? Alright. Let's keep it at one for now. Look at that. The Lunar Queen. That's the Lunar Queen. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. The migraine. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force. For everybody else, what's going on in your life right now? How do you feel? Okay, you Fatumata, I know. How do you feel, right, watching today? What do you feel? Hi. Magash. Hi, Magash. It is for you, right? It is for you. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. And I've talked about this before. If we look at our life right now, if you look at where you are in your life right now, right this moment that you're watching me, right this moment, if you look at your life and you take the moment and look back, you will see that you've been here before. You will see that you have been here before. And I don't know how to explain this. right? But I can always feel it in myself. Where I am at right now in my life, I know that I have been here before. Because life is cycles, right? It's cycles. It's always a cycle. So there's always a lesson in whatever's happening to you right now, which is that cycle. The importance of cycles. So for example, let me try to do it from my own experience, right? For example, if you had a heartbreak before, and then that relationship ended, and you got into another relationship, and the same issue happened again, that's because the last relationship you didn't learn your lesson, so it comes back. That's with the same issue in your life. My gosh, there's a link in my bio if you want a one-on-one. This is a collective read for all of us to learn from. But if you want a special read for yourself, you can go to the link in my bio and book a one-on-one. The link is there. The form is there. So like I was saying, right, whatever's happening, if you didn't learn your lesson before, it will come back in a cycle. You're very welcome. So for example, you Fatimata, you have a migraine, and then I am sure that this is not the first time you had a migraine. You've had it before, but there's a lesson you haven't learned in terms of the migraine to get to the point where you can stop the migraines. Who did I hear talking about this? I think it's Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike was saying that during his childhood, and this is the cycle, right? Look at this cycle, and as I'm explaining this, look at what's happening in your life right now. Reverend Ike said that during his childhood, whenever he sneezed, his mother would always say, "You're about to catch a cold." So all the way up until he was maybe, I don't know, 32 or 35, every time he sneezed, he would think he's about to catch a cold, and he would always get a cold. He said it was until his late 30s that he was able to stop that cycle. Yes, second time, I don't usually get headaches. Yes, there's a lesson there, right? There's always a lesson in whatever we are going through, in whatever's happening to us. Somebody might die, and we have a particular feeling. Somebody else dies again, the same feeling comes up. There's something we have not overcame. Yes, there is. There's something that we haven't let go of. So, recognize the importance of cycle of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. To rest and to replenish is different from being lazy. Funnily, I was talking to my daughter about this, right? Resting is different from being lazy. But there's also one thing that we do, and I had to learn that from one of our campuses. When we say, "I'm going to rest," we say, "I'm going to rest. I'm going to take time off and rest." But then we have our phone, we're on Instagram, on TikTok, and whatever, scrolling. YouTube, scrolling. Or we have the television on and we are watching and we think we are resting. We are not resting because our mind is still working. Have you ever tried to rest? Put the television on or whatever else, and you still cannot rest and you still cannot sleep? Or while the television is on, you fell asleep, but it's really not a good sleep. Your mind is still working. Hi, Kia. The brain is still running in the background. It's still going. There's something still happening. Right? So we're still not resting. When you really, really rest, it feels like you've been charged up. The first time I experienced migraine, I scrolled on TikTok for hours because the brain is working. The mind is still working. You are not resting. The best rest that you will have is without technology, without noise, without anything. You are just by yourself. Silence, in quietness. Right? Sometimes it's even better to be in the dark. Oh my God. D said, oh my God, I have not been resting at all then. TV running. And also it depends too, right? What is running in the background when it comes to the television? Because this is what your mind is picking up. Is it just any show? Is it just the news? Is it just noise? Because some people, I realize, and I dated him, and I didn't see this red flag. Some people, I realize, they just need the noise of the television. That is all they need, because they cannot be in silence or in quietness. That quietness triggers their demons, because we are the demons and we are the angels. I woke up and been on my phone all day. This is why you have migraine. Because we think that if you are waiting, I don't have my phone because that's what I'm using. If you are waiting at a stop or you are waiting somewhere, anywhere, you feel like you are waiting. Because waiting is also an idea. Because we are never waiting. But if you believe you're waiting, then you are waiting. Hopefully I'm not being woo. You think that they give us this idea that whatever's happening, just take your phone to keep you company. Scroll on your phone to keep you company. You're waiting, nobody's around, get on your phone. You want to sleep, you can sleep. Your battery, no problem. Right? You want to sleep, you can sleep. Get on your phone. You wake up first thing in the morning, get on your phone. You need noise and you can't have noise in the background, turn on the TV, turn on your phone, something to distract you. You are not resting. We are not resting. TV running, I used to do that about 6 years ago. I think the last time I had my own television was about 6 years ago. Right? Until I dated the television noise, this guy, and he gave me a television. And I couldn't see the red flags. But then when the TV broke, I was like, ooh, there's something not right here. Right? Being in quiet, being in silence is what charges our battery, is what replenishes us. And I'm not sure when we changed that, when we started that. Because I remember when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, I was obsessed with just sitting down, doing absolutely nothing and just looking around and just be in awe with whatever was happening around me. But now that I'm saying this, I remember whenever I did that, my parents would always call me, "Yaa fay, loy def, loy tok yow kena, ñëwal fi, kay seetaan télé, kay waxtaan, demal raxas bool." Right? It's basically saying, "Yaa fay, what are you doing? Why are you sitting by yourself?" Our parents do that to us. Why are you sitting by yourself? Come watch television. Come watch a show with me. Go wash the dishes. Go clean stuff. Don't sit by yourself. But then we grow up and now we have to learn to do exactly that. Sit by ourselves and sit in silence to replenish our soul. Right? You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now. Oh, this is reconnected. For yourself now. One of the lessons, right, that we have, and I think I added it to the creative guidance, which is one of my coaches said, or they will say, halal tureka mumkina. Halal duneka mumkina. Exactly. But then when we grow up, we have to learn to be ourselves, right? One of the lessons that we had was that the idea of social media detox is really not true. And I've seen this for myself. The idea that we can detox from social media is basically us that do the cleansing that we do. And I talk about this always, right? When you cleanse your body and you cleanse your system, you cleanse your soul. Hello, Afrocentric. It's been a while, my lady. You cleanse your soul. But then you go back to the environments, you go back to the people, to the eating unhealthy, drinking the sodas, right? People say carbs. I don't run away from carbs. I do not stop eating bread because I'll be lying to myself if I say that I can stop eating bread or couscous or rice. But now I have a way. So sorry, just saw the live the first time. No problem. Let me finish my thought and I can tell you. Hello, Afrocentric. But I have a way, right? When it comes to portion control, when it comes to being able to actually live a healthy lifestyle, so I don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to stay away from carbs or rice or couscous because I know I'm not going to. It's the same way with social media detox. If you say I'm going to detox from social media, I'm going to turn my phone off for whatever. But when you do that, when you come back on social media, what are you doing again? Are you not doing the same thing? Which means you haven't cut the habit. It's the cycle. You're doing the same thing. It's like dating the same guy just in different sneakers. So one of the lessons they gave us is that instead of trying to detox from social media, don't detox from it. Just have your go-to channels, the people that you watch, who pour into you, whose content, whenever you go to their channels, whenever you watch them, you feel good in your soul. You are not wasting your time. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, this is what I do. I don't detox from social media. I don't try to detox from social media. But when I open my phone or I'm at home and I start getting on YouTube, even at night when I'm going to bed, I have particular channels, and most of them I've shared in the Telegram group. I have particular go-to channels. Right? These are the only channels I watch. These are the only channels I listen to. And with these people, I don't have to detox from them. Hey Queen, I am new here and somehow I just felt like watching. Welcome home. Welcome home. The goal with us is to create a home for those who never felt at home. So if you feel like watching, then you relate to something, right? We don't entertain. We don't try to make you feel good. We talk about the things that help us transform and move forward in our life. Like I always say, the topics are only 3 things: health, wealth, wisdom. So if you really feel like watching, then yes, welcome home. And for King, when it comes to detox, when it comes to cleansing your body, there are different ways, right? I am a businesswoman, and the business that I do is specifically for cleansing, which the products I have. If you go to the link in my bio on Instagram, you will see health and wellness website. And everything on there is either health, wealth, wisdom, right? Everything on the health and wellness website is either multivitamins or cleansing. And if you check my entire Instagram account, everything I talk about is different ways that you can cleanse your body. Right now, we're doing workouts. We're in a 15-day health and wellness challenge and also a fitness challenge, right? And the product that we're talking about is the watermelon ISO tea, which is a cleansing product. And it is the summer flavor right now. It tastes like watermelon. Most of us put it in our fruits. We put it into our juice. You can do it in a different way, right? But feel free to send me a message and we can chat about it. Send me a message and I can talk to you more. I talk about herbs as well. The products that I do have, I mix them with herbs. So I also tell people, my coffee is also cleansing, so send me a message. It works because I use it. Well, hello. I love the faces. So yeah, let's move on. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now. Yes, King. I don't know about men, but I've talked about this when it came to women. If in your life you've never seen a woman take care of themselves, you've never seen a woman love themselves, take care of their health, take care of their wellness, take care of their femininity, right? Today when we were doing the meditation in the morning, the lady that was leading our meditation, she was explaining how before in her life she would want to help somebody, but she knows that the path that the person is taking, that's not the path that she wants to go. But because of the people-pleasing tendency that us ladies have, she will get caught into that wave, just going with that person. So when it comes to, you are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now. And I don't know how men feel this, but I would love to hear from the men as well. If we don't take the time to take care of us as women, we give to our men, we give to our family, we give to our children, we give to the society, the environment, everybody around us, but ourselves. This is what brings being drained. This is what brings the migraines and the headaches and the pains and the tiredness, because we're not replenishing ourselves. And some of us, I have learned, because I was this person once in my life, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Anybody relate? I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know there was something called femininity. And I'm not talking about feminism. I'm talking about femininity, which is completely different from feminism, right? I'm not talking about feminism. Where I didn't know that it's even allowed for a woman to take care of herself. Her emotional, mental, physical, spiritual well-being. Because I have never seen a woman do that in my life. And I was surrounded by women. Both men and women, but I had women around me. Never seen it from anybody. Trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. So if you relate to the things that I'm talking about, you are always shifting. You are always shifting. You are always moving. But if you feel stuck currently in your life, like I always say, it's because there is something in your life that needs to change that you are not changing. Your soul is growing, but your physical and your mental is still stuck in the past. Because being stuck is being in the past. But your soul is moving, is growing. Maybe your intuition, right, is telling you this is the way you have to go. This is what you have to do. This is who you have to be. But your human self, you are not allowing yourself to move because maybe you are scared. You're worried about what people are going to say. You're worried about whatever it is. You are not letting yourself grow. You are not going in the growth mindset. Is this making sense? Or you're feeling this big time? Great, so it's making sense. I started clearing my current apartment where I am, because I am in an apartment. Alright, I started clearing it before I even knew where I am moving to. I didn't know where I was going to move. I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know where the opportunity was going to come for me to move. But like I say, wherever you are in your life, you have been there. So when the feeling of starting to throw away stuff, to clear my stuff, and like I say, I have a very minimalistic design idea, so I don't have much stuff anyway, but I started giving away stuff, started throwing out stuff, clearing out. Why? Because I have had that feeling before, and now I recognize when that feeling of change comes, and I flow with the change. Making sense? Yes, that's part of the reason I still didn't start going live. Zen is something. Beautiful woman. Wow, well, thank you. I feel beautiful. If you feel stuck, you already have the answers. Your soul is already telling you. See, one of the issues is most of us, nobody talks to us about soul. You say the same. Beautiful. Thank you. People don't talk to us a lot about soul, about soul work, about the power of our soul. For me, I didn't even hear anybody talking about soul. I didn't hear people talk about soul. I didn't know even soul was a thing. Right? I only know soul music, and I didn't even know what soul music meant. Yes, Valeria, yes, I got it. I understood what you were saying. People don't tell us that what we are is a soul. Right? We're not just this body. We're not just this body. And I know for some of the Ghanaians or so that, hop on the live, they might think, oh my God, she changed. She is this spiritual whatever person. But like I always say, I didn't change. Change is good. I didn't change, right? I just embrace who I knew I was my entire life and didn't have the opportunity to express it out. Had to teach myself when I became focused with some of my family members. I was called exactly, Ella, that is exactly what I'm trying to say, right? I didn't change. I was called crazy for a long time, from my parents, from my family, from the people, right? And people might see me and think, oh, she even changed the way she dressed. No, this is the type of dressing I have always loved my entire life. I will still wear the shorts and the bikinis and the, you name it, the booty shorts. I will still wear it. But this has always been the type of dressing that I've always wanted to do. So now it's basically embodying it. If you look at it in your life, you will see what I'm saying. You will see it in your life. The moment you just release everything and just relax into the person that your soul is telling you to be, you will not be stuck anymore. You will not be stuck anymore. It doesn't mean you have to be this overly religious, righteous, virtuous, whatever name. Now, if that tickles your fancy, then please go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Right? But I'm saying your soul. Now that you hear what I'm saying, you cannot unhear this. So your soul will be pushing you. If you feel more stuck and you feel more stress after today, one, you're not resting, you're not replenishing, you're not feeding your soul, and you're not letting your soul and your heart and your intuition lead you. Because if it leads you, it just like, see, what I'm saying, I'm leaving it right now, right this moment. I'm talking about it, and I can see it because I'm living it. I'm in that moment of being able to live in it, right? Being able to talk to somebody telepathically. And that's a thing. Talk to someone telepathically and then they call you or you see them and they tell you exactly what you wanted to tell them. Anyway, release and enjoy the process without having to control or force. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force. We like to control. Welcome back, Afrocentric. Is the connection going on in and out? I'm curious where your other viewers are watching at. Instagram and YouTube, and also our private Facebook group. So I have 4 cameras: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I have 4 cameras. Feels like I am back at GRTS. Right? We like to control. See, I was a controller, and I didn't know that I was controlling events. So that's even worse. If you know you're doing something, it's easy to change. When you don't know it, then you're like a crazy chicken. Anybody ever seen a crazy chicken? In Sanchaba, we had a chicken that went crazy because we used to raise chickens. It's something that I will do again. Right? When I get the home that I'm manifesting to go, I will raise chickens again. So my entire childhood, we raised chickens. And sometimes we would have a crazy chicken. You have seen one. So you see how a crazy chicken acts? What was the point that I was making? I forgot. When that, really, when you don't know what is stopping you, what is holding you, right? When you don't know that you're trying to control everything in your life, then you are just like, the crazy chickens. You're just like going. And there's no direction. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's happening. And you're just like, oh my God, what is this? Because it's just like, woo. I was that person because I didn't know that the things I was doing is what controlling every situation meant. We think that control is just somebody trying to tell you what to do, somebody making you do stuff, there's that. But you yourself, right? Internally, let's go back to soul work. Internally in your soul, how do you feel when you're having to pay somebody? How do you feel when somebody has to pay you? How do you feel, right? When you want something to work, but at that very moment it's not working, how do you feel? Do you feel like you need to push, you need to make it happen, you need to do it, you need to do? You are trying to control the outcome. You want to control the outcome. You're feeling me, King? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You want to control the outcome. Funnily enough, there's this musician I've been talking to. I think he sent me a message. That the musician, he wants something. And I told him, you can make it happen. But don't worry about that now. You be so good in what you do that those people come to find you. I told him that one time. And now he is back in my messages asking me the same question. And I'm like, I told you what I knew. If you want anything else, you would have to go find somebody else. Why? Because he cannot see that he is trying to control the outcome of what is going to happen. And most of the time, or all of the time, we don't know what is going to happen. We can write our manifestations. We can put out there in the world what we want. We can talk about where we want to go. We can be specific as to what we want. But how it's going to come to us, we don't know. That we need to leave to the universe, to the Creator, to Jesus, if you believe in Jesus, to God, to Allah, to whoever you believe in, to Buddha, to the ancestors, for that to manifest and come. Right? So controlling, it can be different from somebody or at your boss at work, your supervisor, right? But even your children, your nieces, your nephews, trying to force them to do or to be, I can't tell the universe how to manifest. We cannot tell the universe how to manifest. We can throw out there what we want, right? How we want our children to be. This is where adverse childhood experiences come from, because our parents wanted to control how we end up, who we become. And even though they tell us about God and this and that and Allah and you can tell that they don't believe that the Creator knows better and the Creator knows the way. So they want to control who we talk to, control how we walk, control how we talk. Or maybe this is just me and the way that I experienced my childhood, right? Okay, so let me read it one more time and then we end it. I didn't know that one card can be 1 hour. The Lunar Queen. There is a deep feminine wisdom. And I know that men watch me, right? And when I say feminine, I'm not just talking about women. Because men have feminine and masculine. Even though you can lead more to your masculinity. And like I always say, masculinity is healthy. It's healthy. There is conscious and unconscious people. So we have conscious and unconscious masculinity. Same goes for femininity. Because I don't truly believe that masculinity is toxic. Because we are all toxic in one way or the other. Right? So men have masculine and feminine. Women have masculine and feminine. Why? Because we all have a mother and a father. So we have both. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenish as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. Our actions of power and demonstration. And many a time, the moment we rest and we replenish and we are recharged, now we have clarity of mind to take the next logical step, to take the next action. And usually that action is most of the time very powerful because it comes from a very clear mind, not obstructed by us trying to control everything. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now. We all rest in different ways. Let it not be your television or your phone. Maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to lift some weights. Maybe you need to take a walk without your phone in your ear. Or if you have your phone, let it be something that fills you up so much, right, that you feel like you're about to pour, like your cup run it over to the point you can pour in somebody else. I have this feeling, the people that I listen to, I feel that when I listen to them for hours, I feel like I'm overflowing. I feel like I can just boom, like just burst because of the energy and the love and just the soulful words that they put into me by listening to their channels. That's why I always send people to my Telegram group, right? It's in the link in my bio. It's free. When I listen to these things, I send them to the channel. I send them to the group. You too, right? That's great. That's great. There are some movies that does that. There are some movies that does. I have specific movies that series that do that for me. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Cycle that is shifting in a new phase. The regulars that are here, we are always shifting. The new people, right, there's Ella that I recognize, and there's also King. You are shifting. You are shifting. If you're not shifting in your life, and if you're not changing, and if this wasn't the moment for that shift, I'm telling you honestly, you wouldn't discover me. Because even in my prayers, I don't pray for everybody to discover me. I only pray for the people who need the things that I'm saying to discover me. And just look at that. Tenacious angels. Happy Tenacious Tuesday. Hi, ma'am. Trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Without having to control or force it. What are you trying to control in your life right now? Who are you trying to control in your life right now? What are the outcomes that you're trying to control? I'm asking you these questions, but as I am saying it, I'm also listening to myself as to what is it that I'm trying to control in my life currently. If you feel, again, I'm going to reiterate that point. If you feel stuck and you feel tired, you feel drained, you feel exhausted, right? You want to control positives. You cannot control positives. Positives are. Positives are. You can't control it. You can work on yourself. You can work on your mind. You can be the positive. Embody the positive. Have that energy that overflows, right? With positivity, with joy, with masculinity. And I don't know, that's if you're leaning on your masculine side. You embody that energy. You don't have to control. It just flows. And wherever you go, people just feel it. And you don't even know what people are feeling. How can you do that? Okay, King said, how can you do that? When we're done, here, King, send me a message. Today is a busy day for me, but send me a message, and also I'll send you to the Telegram group and you join, because I've added some playlists there, and I will add some things for you. But send me a message and then we'll talk. Okay, this next card is very special, right? Because I always tell people, book a one-on-one if you want a card pulled. But Tenacious Angels is here, and sometimes we do exceptions. There are certain people in your life, when they ask you things, you can only say yes, right? And I love to honor certain people that pour into other people that I see, right? So I'm going to do this. We were doing the Isis goddess, Tenacious. So let's see what comes out for you. Oh, you have joined already. Okay. So send me a message on Instagram. So, you too many cards, Tenacious. Too many cards fell. Four. Hello, Madi Cisse. Four. Life Restored is the one card. Rising Sun. Divine Destiny. Divine Guidance. Fatamata. How I'm doing absolutely wonderful and gorgeous and happy and wealthy. That's how I'm doing today. I feel like the world revolves around me. This is how I am feeling. So, life restored, spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived. and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire. That's a tattoo I was about to get, and I'm still gonna get it, a phoenix rising. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. I know. I know. And I'm going to read that one more time because I even feel it. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought would be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. And I think, King, even for you too, right, King? Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Rising sun. You would want to hear this. Rising sun. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. He is my son. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. This is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and I know you have been. Tenacious, I know you have been. And now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. Yes, time to light up the world. Right around the time of your book. Right? Coming out and everything. It is spring where you are at. Beautiful. So we have divine destiny and then divine guidance. So divine destiny. You said time to light up the world? Well, the card said the divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, or surrendering into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. Yes, all divine time, and this is what the book is about. Exactly. I know this is you. I know this is you. These cards I have never seen. They've never came out. Divine guidance. But you are a reader. I know you know how these happen, right? This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guidance protects you now. Let go. Is it the whole life? This is what we have been talking about, right? Let go. Let go. Don't control anything. Flow. Live in the moment. And I can hear somebody saying, I have no money. Even if you have nothing right now in your bank account and it's overdraft, let it go. Let it go. Your network somehow, I'm sorry, King, Divinely protected. Yes, Isis also Ma'at. Yes, and that. Yeah. Yes. Yes, right? Behind me, I have Hathor right here with me. In correlation with the Phoenix, spiritual resurrection. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you. Because life is always happening for us. Life never happens to us. It's always happening for us. Whatever breaks down, it's supposed to. Whoever left you, they're supposed to. If you get evicted, you are supposed to. There's a reason why I was meant to come across this page today. Ella, welcome home. You are home now. And I'm looking straight to the camera, to you. Welcome home. That's why you came across the page. You've been looking for a home. Welcome. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present moment, right? Of the present situation. Whatever you're going through right now. Yes, it do happen for a reason. Yes, everything happens for a reason. I believe there's no coincidences. Nothing is by coincidence. So when I say that, you didn't just happen or stumble on my life or just find me out of the blue, right? When I say it, I mean what I say, that it's not a coincidence and it just didn't happen. It's something you were looking for, because I was looking for that, right? So now I became the person that gives it out. So when people come to the live, I know why they're here, because I used to be that person. Do you believe that the little changes and actions we make contribute to the things that happen? Of course, always. Always. All is design and pattern. Patience, yes. Tenacious, yes. The changes we make, right? And the actions we take, and the changes we don't make, and the actions we don't take, they all contribute to what is happening. Whatever you are in your life right now, is it Terra? The real Z, hey, the real Z? Whatever you are in your life right now, whatever we are as a collective, right, in our life to now. What is my cash app? Is hashtag Empress Fire. Hashtag Empress Fire. But if you also click the link there, is there in on my Instagram. And thank you for wanting to exchange energies, right? Because you're not sending me money, you're sending me your energy. Why am I here? Why you are on my life, or why you are here on earth in life? I don't know. I think very deeply. So if you ask me that, you have to tell me more, right? Are you asking me why you're on the life, or why you are on earth? So the real Z, the changes we make, it contributes to what happens in our life and in our reality and what we see. But most importantly, hello Saluko, hi sir, nice to see you. Right, the real Z, most importantly, the changes we don't make, the actions we don't take, the things we know not to do or that we should do and we don't, they all contribute to what manifests in front of us in our life, right? So your question is basically based on either being stuck or moving on. So if you are stuck, there are things that you need to do, there are changes that you need to make. There are things that you need to revisit in your life, but you're not doing. For some reason, something is holding you back. or you are holding yourself back, because a lot of the things that hold us back are just ideas. And I have been there. I have been stuck for probably more than 10 years, right? So that contributes to the things that happen. And then there's the growth, there's the moving on, there's the going further, there's the flowing with life, which what contributes to those change and action is flowing with the universe, flowing with the earth, going with the present moment. Situations, no matter what happens, you can see the good and you can see the bad, but you are not marinated in the bad. You're always looking towards, what is this teaching me? Constantly moving, constantly growing. It all contributes to what you are seeing right now in your reality. So however your reality looks as you're watching me, your life, where you are in your life, however it looks is a combination of the changes and the actions that you did or didn't do. Make sense, the real Z? And Fulani 12, tell me, what is your question? You said why I am here on earth, in this world. Hello, Girl Wake Up Podcast. Hi, Girl Wake Up Podcast. Thank you for the hearts. I'm sending you the hearts too. Right? My zodiac sign, Aries. That important? My zodiac sign is Aries. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go unless somebody has a question. I was waiting for Fulani's answer. Right? You can't hear me? All this time broadcasting on broadcasting on, what is it called, YouTube, and they can't hear me? That is terrible. I don't know what happened. You can't hear me? That's crazy. I don't. Oh. Maybe YouTube is not. Why are we worried about our future? Why are we worried about our future? Because we've been taught to be worried about our future. That's how we were. That's how we were raised. That's how we were taught. Right? In childhood, the future is going to school. No sound? Wow, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I've been here for about 1 hour, 20 minutes. Maybe it's telling me to go. It's really not talking. That hurts my soul. Let me end YouTube. We should be worried about our future. It's worth worrying about. I am beautiful, ma'am. Yes, I am beautiful. So there's a saying, right? Don't be a warrior, be a warrior. Don't be a warrior, be a warrior. If you create your future now, there's no need to be worried about the future. You're only worried about the future because you haven't taken the time to actually create your future now. Does that make sense? The future is now. Because when the future comes, we are not going to be in the future. We are going to be now. Right? We are going to be in there now. Oh, you're very welcome. I like that you think it's motivating. I always think that it is very triggering. Right? only God provide the future, but you are God. God is inside of you, right? So instead of worrying, my God, what is going to happen in the future? If you have that mindset, that means you are not creating your future. And if you think only God provide the future, you are not creating the future. You are waiting for something to create your future. I know because I have done this. I have been there, right? You're waiting for an idea of God that has been given to us. God, Allah, Jesus, whatever, that has been given to us to give us the future, to give you your future. Okay. I'm not talking to you anymore. Right, King? You said we should be worried for the future, right? And for the rest of the people who understand what I'm saying, I'm talking to you. Yes, we should be worried about our future. And no, we should not be worried about our future, right? Because what I was telling you in the beginning of the life, there are something that we all want. There are changes that we want in our life, right? There are places we want to live. There are amounts of money or whatever that we want to get in our life. There are things, material, spiritual, emotional, that we want in our life. Now, if you take the time to actually create it, you don't only create it, but you write it down. You embody it. It's part of your soul. You know it at the back of your head. If somebody asks you, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? Who would you be in the next 10 years? You can recount, right? You can tell them. What you are doing is basically creating your future. Right? You are creating your future. So we are co-creators with the universe. We are co-creators with divine. Right? The how, like I said, talk to me about habits, because I believe all your talking is under the umbrella of habits. It is. Yes. The real Z. Absolutely. Right? The basic. Right, so I'm speaking here at a more spiritual level, right? But the basic on the right, on the line, the root of it, the bottom. If you nitpick it, it's the habits that we have, and you're right. So to talk to you about habits is basically saying that, right? The habit of writing down your dreams and your goals. And studying it. There's a saying, if you want to be wealthy, study wealth. If you want to be spiritually sound, study spirituality. Right? You might have 5 people that you listen to. You figure out the habits and the actions that they take every single day to get them to the point that they are. Put them together and look at what works for you and implement it into your life. So when you talk about creating your life, knowing that you are a co-creator, creating your future, not being worried about the how it would happen, but knowing and being able to see what is it that you want in your life, it's a habit. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do one time and then you let it go. It's a habit that you have. It's like when the hip-hop preacher E.T. talks about he wakes up every day at 3 a.m. and sometimes his body will wake him up at 2:45. I personally have experienced this. It's a habit. Everything is a habit. Procrastination is a habit. Self-doubt is a habit. Overeating is a habit. Me sitting here talking to you live has become a habit now, to the point that when I wake up, I'm already getting ready to sit here. When I'm done here, I'm already getting ready for the next time I come on live, because it is now a habit for me to come on live. Everything in our world is a habit. Everything is a habit. So when the habit change, everything change. If you worry, you have a habit of worrying. King, my king, what would you say about outgrowing relations? How would you navigate that? You let them go. Don't navigate it. When you navigate it, you are stuck. People come into our life for a reason or for a season. Not everybody is meant to stay in our life. Into a successful timeline transformation, how you practice the habits. First of all, the relations, right? Outgrowing. You don't navigate them. I don't navigate them anymore. I just let them go. Because your soul have outgrown them. Right? Exactly. Your soul have outgrown them. If you navigate them, that means you are still within that toxicity or pain or hurt or whatever it is. I don't navigate them. Where I am at in my life right now, right? If I know that our relationship, I have outgrown it. The environment that I am in, I have outgrown it. The person I've used to be, I've outgrown it. Just let it go. Why? Because if you're crying, oh, I want some water, my water's dirty, but your cup is filled with dirty water, where are you going to put the water that you were looking for? If you're asking for yourself, I need a relationship, I need a man, I need a woman, I need a this, but you're out there having 50, 60 of all of them, when the one for you comes, you can't recognize because your hands are full. If you're looking for new friends, but you're holding on to your toxic friends, you don't have any capacity to nourish a relationship with a healthy friend. So you need to let them go, right? And this relates exactly to what the real Z is saying. Practice the habits. Theory is not enough. You have to get into the practical. Like the saying goes, you read one book, you get what you need from the book, you put it down, and you practice it until it works. You are on my life today. You've got maybe one nugget here, one thing that resonates with you. You get off this life, you practice it, and you do it, and you see the outcome. It's step by step. It's a process, right? The process is the beauty. It's not the destination, because there is no destination, right? If you think that you are just going to, wow, and it happened, no. You have to go to the store. You have to have some money, some change. And then you go to the store and you ask them whether they have a lighter. And maybe they have a lighter and you buy it. Maybe they don't have a lighter. Then you have to go to a different store, right? And then you buy the lighter. You get the lighter. Now the lighter is yours. And then now you can light it up. You have to learn about the habits. Understand the habits that you have in your life right now that's stopping you. Okay, now you understand what those are that you need to let go of. Now, the next step is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be like? Who are the people that inspire you, that you relate to? You learn from them. You understand their habits, their ideas, their ways of thinking, right? You analyze everything that they do. Now, you don't lose yourself in the process. That's my biggest challenge. Which one is your biggest challenge? Right? You don't lose yourself in the process though. You have to get to the point you can still hold on to who you are, and then you start letting go of your habits and picking up the habits that you need that will be a lifetime of transformation. It's step by step. It's step by step. You let go, you pick up. And most of the time, you don't even have to pick up. Most of the time, you just have to let go. Letting go of my habits, because you think if you let go of your habits, you will be nothing. You think if you let go of your habits, you will be nobody. If you let go of your friends, oh my God, what are they going to say? They are going to hate me. I was this person, right? If you let go of your habits, your life is going to be boring. And nobody is going to like you. And you're just going to be this very, very boring and docile person. Letting go. We think that if we don't let go of the person that we're dating or the toxic marriage that we're in, nobody's gonna want us anymore. Both men and women, right? You think that if you don't stop worrying about money and worrying about the future, that's a habit. If you don't let that go, then you're not going to get the money, and your future is going to be just like absolutely down the drain and just nonsense, and you're going to be a nobody. These are ideas that we have been given, maybe from society, maybe from friends, maybe from family, right? That no matter what happens, you have to keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, never give up. But you have to be able to know when to let go. And most of the time, we don't have to pick up. Like I said, it's basically just embracing who we are. Don't be the victim of and don't be a victim. Don't be a victim of your environment, but also don't be a victim. A victim is a person who is a victim and being a dick about it. There was somebody who did that. The person who was talking about God provides something. Right? You create. You create. Now, you have a problem letting go. Let's go back to what I mentioned to you. Right? Now, don't try to let go of anything, but figure out in the next 6 months, right? Wherever, any part of the world, we stumble on each other, me and you, Ella. We meet somewhere in the world, in person. What kind of Ella do you want that Ella to be? What type of person do you want that Ella to be? How do you want that Ella to look, to act, to talk, to smell, right? What car would that Ella be driving? Or is that Ella walking bare feet? You probably meet me walking bare feet. Even though I'll have my Lamborghini at home, I'll be walking outside bare feet, right? So what type of Ella would that Ella be if we met the next 6 months? You can picture her. Okay, so now your focus is being that Ella, right? Your focus is being that Ella. And as you are focusing to that person, anything that is in the way that's going to stop you from being that person is going to fall away. Now, if you do not let that fall and you try to pick it back up, that is where the disconnection comes in. The pain, the hurt, the stuckness, the being drained, right? Because that thing, whatever it is, that season of your life is over. And you need to let that go. So the picture of that Ella, when we get off this life, take a paper, take a notebook. If you have a journal, wonderful. Yeah? Yes, and then write that down. Every aspect of that Ella. The Ella you want to be, that you are seeing, which is basically the woman, I'm guessing you're a woman, the woman that you want to be, that you see in your future. always have the picture of her in your mind's eye and just watch how everything drops away. And anything that drops away, this is where the letting go is. Anything that drops away, let it go, just like it is dropping. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your parents, your friends, whoever, distance themselves, love them from a distance. Let them go. Your eating habits change, flow with the change. You feel like you need to move to a new place, new environment, go to wherever it is. Your soul, most of the time, will be calling for something. Indulge in whatever your soul is calling for until you feel in your soul that you don't want to do that anymore, and then you let that go as well. That's how you let go. You will see it. You will see it, but you have to watch for it. It just doesn't happen. It only happens like, oh my God, when you're not looking for it, when you're not ready for it, when you're not creating your life according to it. Hi, babies. Hello, bad bitch. It's nice to see you. I should go, ladies and gentlemen, right? That answers your questions. Hello, Yvonne. Good day. Oops. Good day, Yvonne. That answers your questions. I might not come on live at 4 because my school is going to have an AMA, Ask Me Anything at 2. And I also promised my daughter that I was going to go get her some fruits and Ovaltine and answered. Wonderful. I'm glad I could answer you. Yeah. And all of these things are doable, right? Like the real Z said, the real Z just hit the nail on the head. Everything I talk about is habits, right? Phew, the knowledge I have gained is amazing. Thank you. I am booking a one-on-one. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Ella. Yeah, I am so glad this did something for you. That is always the goal, right? For it to touch just one person's soul. Have a great day too. But bitch. Have a great day too, right? For it to touch one person's soul, like just that one person who says, okay, I feel this and I understand this and I know it and it makes sense to me. And I know these are the habits I'm going to change, right? Like I said, what the real Z said, that's the basis. So everything has a basic and everything has a foundation, right? I might speak on a more, I don't know, for some people it might be too spiritual, it might be too woo-woo, but the foundational level, the basic is, what are your habits? What are your habits? What do you do every day? Because thinking is a habit. There's a saying that you have a habit of stinking thinking, right? So everything is a habit. This that I'm wearing, these earrings with the nail and this, is a habit that I have, is a habit that I like, right? Everything is a habit. Anything that's not working in your life right now is because you have a habit that's not aligned to what you want. Everything is a habit. Drinking alcohol is a habit. Getting drunk is a habit. Being happy is a habit. Being sad is a habit. Depression, anxiety is a habit. And this is coming from somebody who've always been depressed and anxious, right? that we are not talking about, tell me what the conversation is, right? Because for me, the simplest way I can put it is everything is a habit. It doesn't matter where you learn it from, but if you want to change your life, right, then you need to understand your habits. As you understand your habits, you know where it came from. Adverse childhood trauma, adverse childhood experiences, childhood trauma, right? We have talked about that here a lot. I think it's because you are new and this is your first time here, right? So you can go to my YouTube, Oracle's Place, because we have talked about this, right? What is a habit? You tell me what your definition of a habit is, because these are things that we have talked about, right? Right? Everything is a habit. Even the way you put in the questions, even the way that you're asking me the questions, even the way that you're wanting me to talk is a habit of conversation that you have. Instead of just taking the wisdom and the knowledge and everything, you just want to ask and ask and ask and ask. Not that that is wrong. It's a habit of conversation that you have, the real Z. Hello, Ralph from Long Island, New York City. Anything you do every day, the way you talk, the way you eat, the way you act, right? The way Ralph, every day when I'm live, this is the same way Ralph will write me his comment and his greeting. Good morning from Long Island, New York, beautiful lady. I am just passing through. Every time, the moment I see it, I know that this is Ralph. Absolutely. It's a habit. It's a habit. People can see your habits that you don't even know you have. The moment you start to talk and you start to act and you do your thing, it's an energy. You already know that, okay, that's a habit that they have. A womanizer has a habit of womanizing. A person that goes online just dropping stuff on people's lives to tell them, oh, I want you. I used to have that. I don't have them anymore. Those people, they have a habit of doing that. So everybody have their own definition of what a habit is. What is your definition of a habit, Z? That is a habit in itself. The way I talk, right? Yesterday, I didn't even know that when I talk, I look at the camera and I smile. Until somebody pointed it out yesterday. Because I've always had this habit of speaking to the camera and smiling. And when the person said it yesterday, I was like, oh, I didn't even know that I was doing that. Because it's a habit that I have. I cultivated that habit from the time that I worked at GRTS, which was a television station, right? Just smiling. Yes, you do, but there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you, Ralph. My definition of habit is a settled tendency or usual manner of behavior. I mean, we can go through the words and all this stuff and, you know. A habit is a thought that you keep thinking and then you act on it every time, the same way. Right? That's the habit. A habit is a thought. You constantly think about it and then you act on it and then you do it. And now it's a habit. It's your habit. It goes to the point where you don't even have to think about it. Your body will just do it for you. That's a basic what a habit is. And there's not much to talk about it, right? If you always think that you need to sleep with every woman, it goes to a point where you don't have to even think about sleeping with every woman. Just your body in itself will approach any and every woman. And I just used that because it's what came to mind. But basically that's a habit. If you believe that you don't have enough and wherever you go you need to steal or you need to lie, we are creatures of habit. Everything that we do, you need to steal, you need to lie and all this stuff. then it goes to a point where you don't have to think about it. Your body in itself will just embody it and do it. I am so used to lighting this that when I sit down here and I don't light it, it feels like something is missing. And sometimes I'm looking around thinking, did I connect everything? And then I realize, oh, today I didn't light my sage or rosemary. A habit is a thought you keep thinking every day, and then you act on it. And then your body picks it up. Because your body is so used to seeing you do it, right? Right. And I'm telling you, that's a habit you have. When you say my, philosophical, my, who is you? Who is the my that you're talking about? That's also a habit of saying my philosophical professionalism. I can also say my psychological professionalism took over, but I did it, right? That's also a habit of conversation, a habit of thinking, a habit of intellectualism, right? A habit of trying to control the conversation, which we talked about, control. It's a habit of trying to be the the professional, trying to be the smart one, trying to be the intellectual, trying to make sure that people know that you are educated, right? The control. These are all a part of a habit that we either cultivated or we're raised with. And wherever we go, we want to put it out for people to know, hey, look at me. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm just explaining, because I used to be that person too. Everything I talk about, I have lived, experienced, and then studied. And now it doesn't trigger me anymore, because the thing that doesn't trigger you anymore, it becomes wisdom, right? So everything, you don't have to apologize, but on where I am at, I can see that this is a habit that you do, not just here. You do it in your life, the people around you, the places you go, the people you talk to. Okay, 1:58. I got to go. We are going to have a beautiful AMA, Ask Me Anything, in my campus, the real world. Today I've really talked, right? Because the AC is on and I'm still sweating. Yeah, the things that doesn't trigger you anymore is what turns out to be wisdom. You want to introduce me to your library? Your physical, what do you mean your library? The books you read? Blissful Day. Yes, Blissful Day, Afrocentric. And Ella, of course, you can book a one-on-one. We can do that. But also, I would like you to be a part of our Telegram group. It's a free group. You can find the link in my bio. And over there, like as you're going through the process of transformation, whatever it is, oh, baby Gambia, you've been here. Whatever it is that you need, I'll be posting it there. Well, the real Z, I think I'm at a point in my life right now where I am more focused on the actions. I just gave away 2 bookshelves because I'm moving, but wherever I go, I always go with a library. But now I'm looking at, just practicing the knowledge that I have gathered, because I've gathered. I am a book nerd, right? I am a book nerd. So I think I'm taking a break from libraries and from books, because I believe that I live and breathe library. It's just that I have let's say that I have grown to the point that I don't add it to my conversation, but I live in libraries. So wisdom, maybe, I don't know, some things that I haven't. But yeah, I'll see you all. I have to go to our AMA. A pleasure to have you here, baby Gambia. You've been here for what, about 2-3 hours? Thank you so much. I am so honored, right? I always say that it took me about 5 years plus to actually come on live because I didn't think people would listen. And so now to have people to be with me for 3 hours, not just that, but to have about 45 people plus in my Telegram group who listen to the things I say and read the things that I share. People like Fatimata. Fatimata, if I'm here 4 hours, she will be Afrocentric as well. Now you, baby Gambia, I truly appreciate that, and I am very much honored, right? Thank you for teaching us today and sharing your wisdom. I am glad you got something from it. I am glad some of you did, because I did. All right. Or maybe it's the dress. This is a special dress. I don't wear it often. I've had it for maybe 2 years. Very rarely do I wear it. It reminds me of tourist market. Anybody from Gambia here? Tourist market, Banjul tourist market. You see the design? It reminds me of the tourist market in Banjul. And that's where I used to spend a lot of time. That's where I learned the power of business. So this is a very special outfit for me. Bye bye everybody. I will see you.